direction, you also arrest your motion quicker. So any kind of movement is more responsive. More responsive, the more accurate, because you can be, you know, it's like aiming a gun like in an FPS game. Oh boys, have we got a video for you today. I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, but with the fight that I had last night, I thought, well, this is probably the best time to do it. And what I really want to drive home today is the importance of standoff distances, why and how somebody in a fighter or something maneuverable can take on a fully crewed reclaimer and be able to dominate in this situation, right? And we can discuss whether or not this is something that is healthy for the game, but we'll just explain what the current situation is. Okay, so what I want people to understand is what the geometric, like what's going on with the turrets in this situation. And basically, to dumb it down real simple, is unless I close to within 1,000 meters or less, what ends up happening is, as I corkscrew and slowly manipulate my way towards the target, the place where I currently am when the shot gets taken is not where I end up a quarter or a half a second later. And because the velocity of the projectile is quite slow, what ends up happening is it's much more difficult, almost impossible, to apply damage to a small target at distance with guns unless the velocity increases, because all I need to do is make a small movement to avoid just enough of a deflection to avoid fire. Whereas from my position, I can shoot very easily from my position onto a very large target because they're not moving. They're very large. They're easy to hit. They're not exactly avoiding fire. So if you understand your distance control here, in this situation, it doesn't matter if it's a hammerhead, and it doesn't matter if it's an Idris. It doesn't even matter if there is 1,000 people on board a ship all manning guns. One Reliant TANA will kill you as long as you maintain the distance. So that being said, let's take a look at the fight here. And this is greatly fast forwarded. The fight took around 15 minutes of me doing essentially what you're seeing here. Slowly dropping a magazine, rolling out of position, continuously moving onto my target, and avoiding any kind of fire as I, continuously keep range control and splash, right? So that was a fully crewed reclaimer after 15 minutes of constant fire that finally went down. And as he was going down, he must have called for help because some people showed up to defend him. However, this is where things get a little interesting, because the Reliant that I'm flying is, first of all, it's made of paper, and second of all, I'm red hull. So I can't make a single mistake here. I have to be absolutely perfect, because if I make any mistake, it's over. So let's watch and see what happens. Hydrogen fuel at 50%, okay. It looks like he wants to stay kind of at range, which is not really smart for him, but yeah, right. Rotate, push onto target. Oh, he's chaffed himself. Smart play. Smart play indeed. Oh. Woo! I got another one on me. Here we go. We got a fight now. S turn. Lost him again. I gotta get a little closer. Critical hit on him. I have some more damage on him here. Come on. chance to get him. He's gonna go the other way. Come on. Come on. Oh, looks like I've damaged and split him off, so he's out of the fight. Managing my shield power as best I can. I'm getting a bit low on engines, so I gotta work that over here. Again, same thing, corkscrew into my target. Just S turn over. Looks like he's gonna try and run. I'm gonna make sure that we don't let him escape. Keep on trying to run, so we're going to keep on punishing. Looks like I've got him dead to rights here.
Target destroyed.
There it is, splash. And the Talon was critically damaged, both of its wings gone. So it is completely out of the fight. I'm not even sure when the Talon gets to that damaged state it's even capable of flying. I think his only option is to eject. So he's basically... We didn't see the explosion, but he is very much dead, so... Whew, what a fight! What a fight! So in the end, we got really lucky that a couple of the times where they could have had the kill shot on me, they fumbled the shot. Like right here, for example, you know, my shields are very low. He's right in the slot. He's definitely in position. He's got a buddy coming in, but his chaff that he ended up firing is actually working against him in this situation because it blocked his wingman's ability to apply damage to me, and I get the opportunity to get my shields back up, and I start pushing some damage out. When it comes to fighting stuff like Talons or anything small, and you're in something like a Reliant, the thing about the Reliant TANA, or any Reliant ship in general, is they're made of absolutely paper, at least in 314, 315. So they're made of hopes and dreams and toilet paper, so you have to fly them as evasively, maybe it's not evasively, but you have to fly them very aware of taking hits. You don't want to take trades if you don't have to, because even with 6 size 2 guns, you have a tremendous amount of firepower, and what you want to capitalize on is that exactly. You want to make sure that you always get those shots right. If you got good accuracy in the TANA, you can put a crazy amount of damage on the target. But like this situation right here, no shields, and he chaffs again and blocks his Vanguard wingman's ability to apply damage in that situation. And again, I'm getting my shields back up, so now I got a bit more time. So these small things add up, you know. As far as the Talon pilot here, once the wing has been destroyed and you see the Talon floating around with that kind of damage state, it's out of the fight. He's really trying to control his ship right now, but it is just not having any of it, and eventually he just goes sailing off in a direction. I had a conversation with that Talon pilot later on, found out that he ended up ejecting and getting one of his friends to come up and pick him up. So, you know, not every fight ends in death. And if you do end up getting shot down, I'm sure myself and some other guys will gladly come pick you up. It's not about murdering people, it's about getting into good fights. Whereas the Vanguard here, let's take a look at this fight. Again, right, I'm treating him a bit like how I treated the Reliant. You know, larger ship, bigger, so I'm going to stay a little further away and just kind of work range. And then this is where he gets scared. He probably got told by his Talon pilot that, hey man, I'm down, so you got to get out. But I spotted the run early. I boosted with what little boost I had left, and I stayed with him. And his big cardinal, you know, his mistake here was he didn't realize that he was getting tailed, and it was too late. 6 size 2 guns punishing you like that in weapons range is a crazy amount of damage. So kudos to the TANA and the Reliant, you know, MISC ships here for having probably some of the highest DPS you can get out of any kind of fighter like this. But with a very large signature, not really that many hit points, the TANA does struggle significantly. However, maybe with a bit more hit points, the ship would be an absolute monster. But if you can get those guns on target, I'm telling you, the Reliant will absolutely wreck things. So, all in all, TANA, not a bad ship. Pretty impressed with it. I think it's better than the Aegis Avenger and some other ships, you know. So for all the Reliant pilots out there, don't lose hope. The ship is very capable, but it comes down to the pilot, right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Take a look at Predator mounts if you're interested in picking up some mounts. That's the ones I use, and I think they're absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and all of you folks out there supporting me on stream. You know, some days are good and some days are bad, but most days you guys make my life so fucking great. I really appreciate it. I really wish I had the words to express it, but I hope to see all of you guys out for stream. All right, have a great one, guys. I will see you all in the next video.